Okay, second video. Amateur artifact findings. Okay, this is the first. Let's start with this. I saw it. It looked like a heart shape. I like hearts, so I picked it up. Of course, playing with it, flipped it over. I saw this. Ta-da! Nice little concave bowl for grinding. So, mortise and pestle, they could grind in there whatever they were trying to grind. Okay, second, this is not in the order that I found them. The second heart-looking stone that I picked up and realized it could potentially be an artifact is this one. There's that kind of heart shape. But if you look at this, you can see that it looks like it's been worked. So you have a bevel, this is old. It's very, very weathered. But you have kind of a bevel edge right there. And then you have a notch here. Then you have a notch here. And so if this was an old school axe, it was hafted right there. It's definitely been worked. And if you feel it, you can feel it's uniface, meaning no work was really done on this side. All the work was done on this side. But at one point, this could have been a little bit sharper, or it could have just been like a blunt, you know, kind of a hammer stone, but it's got more of a bevel. Okay, so that's number 2. This one was fun. So I saw it in the ground and had kind of a heart shape, pulled it out, and I was like, oh, it's super flat on one side. Completely flat on that side. And then it's completely flat and smooth on both of those sides. Let's see if it'll zoom in. You can see the work, the pecking. So this, move these out of the way. It's another grinder, I think. It fits perfectly in the hand. It's got that notch for the palm, lays flat. You can also, both sides. But this is really where it feels the best in the hand. So you got the notch for the thumb and the palm. Lays flat against the fingers and just grind and grind. This one, again, saw this interesting looking stone. I've also been looking for notches. Notches catch my attention. So if you look real close, it's got the fracture lines right there, the fissures, and it notched a perfect corner. I think that was a natural break. I don't think that was man-made, but the stone was worked ahead of time. The stone's definitely been worked on. And I think after it was just left, it naturally broke through landslides and whatever else. But let's see. You've got smooth and polished flat side there, smooth and polished flat side there, and another smooth. I mean, it's just, you've got multiple smooth edges. Where did I find it? If you sit it like this, your palm sits flatly against the smooth edge there. It's curved and smooth here. And I think that piece that broke, you've got 2 finger grooves, like right here. I don't know if you can see that. So, I mean, it was made for the hand. Or notched for the hand. You can grab it right there now. But grinding, hammerstone, multiple uses, so on and so forth. It feels so nice in the hand. More grinding stones. Again, just an interesting looking rock. It had all of these odd looking angles, flat surfaces, and they're smooth, polished smooth. That's catching my attention now. So I grabbed it and I've put it in my hand in multiple different ways. It feels great like this. Flat part against the palm, notches for the fingers, you know, and it just sits round in the hand perfectly. Got a flat part for the thumb right there, and look, grind. And this sucker is super hard. So you could hold it this way and it would just be a hell of a hammerstone. I'm actually going to keep it around for that, but just multiple uses. Very cool piece. Yay, look, another polished stone. Let's see, how did it fit? I mean, it's just that concave, smooth, absolutely polished smooth. Then you can see it's been worked, shaped specifically. So how did I have it? If you hold it like this, I mean, it fits. Finger, flat for the thumb. You can grab it with your under and just whatever. Again, look at that. Perfectly smooth and polished. Shaped, you know, flat. There's a curve. So if you hold it like this, that curve, it fits that finger, that flat kind of curve, and then thumb. And this is what they would call a nutting stone. You can see them with deeper pockets. So they put the nuts or whatever into, let's say, this guy. So you've got one in your hand, you've got there, and you just crack, grind, whatever. So that's how those would be used. Another. It's been worked nice and smooth. It looks like this one was broken at some point. But you can feel where the hand just naturally goes. I mean, look at that. So this guy, okay, I've done some study on the heart-shaped stones. So let's see if I can do this. Okay, I had to get a stick. So these, you see it's been worked. It's flat and shaped. Flat and shaped. They're both smooth and polished. So they would take these. You can put it actually in any direction. This is nice in the hand. That little curve for the finger. This flat part for the thumb. And then that. So it just fits very comfortably in the hand. And they would use it as a, ooh, don't fall. Using the foot. Shaft straightener. So when they were making arrows or tools or, you know, wood, they could straighten it or shape it with these guys. Or if you can imagine cleaning bones, animal bones, they could use that to scrape off excess meat, tendons, you know, whatever is still attached to the bone. So you can see it does a really good job, even old and weathered. This guy, check this out. That's what got my attention. Otherwise, it looks like a pretty normal stone. I don't know if I found it like this or like this. Either way, it stood out. And when I flipped it around, I was like, oh, what is that? That's not natural. That's man-made. It's been worked. And there's actually a natural fracture right there. A fissure. And it's like they worked it right through there. And so, tells me, and also, this piece has been notched out. So that's been notched out, and that's been notched out. My first thought was that was the same thing I just showed a minute ago, like a shaft straightener, but it narrows the top or the bottom, whichever way it goes. And then I saw this, and so it looks like this would be hafted. So they put a handle on it like that and use it like a hammerstone. Doesn't look like it ever had a sharp edge on it, but it's a blunt force tool. Hammer your tent stakes with that. This one is notched. And the way it's done, I can't zoom in close enough, but it's got little marks. So that one tells me it almost looks like a shaft straightener or some sort of rounding tool to grind the wood pieces. Same thing, pecking stones. Let's see, this one. It looks like it was intentionally notched. And then, if you look real close, it's been ground right there, ground in, and also a little bit on this side. So you could haft it that way to peck and shape other tools. This one, it's not a natural notch. I'll send you a video. This one, that is not a natural notch, it's been worked. And also, I just got a notch this way, which I find interesting. I haven't figured out what I think that's for yet, but it's flat that way. It's got a little notch in there, little notch in there. Kind of cool. Same thing, notched. That one's got a little bit of a bevel on it, or it could. So